I have been a patient of Dr. Heng's for about 2 years. I have been having problems with a skin disease called psoriasis for about 46 years, and I have gone to a number of doctors. Normally, the dermatologist in Minnesota just gave me creams usually just to lessen the thickening of the skin, the plaque that was forming because of the psoriasis. But it really did very little to clear up any of the plaque, the itchiness, the scaliness. It was uncomfortable, and it was also embarrassing. And so usually it was just normally creams. And then when I came to California, I went from dermatologist to dermatologist, and nobody seemed to be able to help me with the problems. I started with psoriatic arthritis, where my fingers would become really, really thick, and other than pain medication, there was really nothing that anybody could really do for me, except, you know, the creams on the skin and using some type of pain medication. And then a new doctor came to the Oxnard area and sent me an invitation to come and hear a lecture and watch a video. We also, it was a dinner, and it was a very kind of elaborate situation. And he presented a new medication called Imbro. He said this was going to clear all of my psoriasis. You know, they talked about blocking the T cells in the body so that this would help clear up this itchiness, and I was overjoyed. I thought, okay, I finally have found something that's going to help me with this problem, this skin disease that I had. The downside of this medication was that they were injections. So 3 times a week I had to inject this Imbro into the abdomen, and it also was very, very expensive. I think probably around $1,000 a month that I had to pay. So I started this, and within 3 months it was almost completely cleared up, and I was just really very, very excited about this. Into this, about 3 months into this, my family and I decided to go to Ireland. So I diligently packed up my syringes, refrigerated them, made arrangements to have this done from hotel to hotel, and you know, just felt that I needed to do this because I wanted to continue with this medication. Anyway, my husband had a cold, which I had caught, and mine went into bronchitis almost immediately, and I became very, very ill. After a while, the cost of the Imbro became almost prohibitive, and so I was having a hard time managing this amount of money. So I told the doctor that I just could not any longer afford to be on Imbro. Was there anything else that I could take? And he said, yes, I'll put you on methotrexate. Well, of course, after a very short time, the psoriasis was starting to come back. The thickening started to occur again on the skin. He would put very painful needles into the psoriasis, trying to clear this up, and it just didn't help. Blood tests were showing that my liver was being affected by this medication, or by the methotrexate, and I just needed to make a change. A very dear friend told me about Dr. Heng, about a more holistic approach that she was taking to this whole problem, and I was ready for this change. It came at just a very good time for me. She told me what I had to go through to go through this healing process of the skin. It was not going to be an easy thing. It was going to be, it probably would take a while for this to happen, but I was willing to do that. I needed this change. Not wearing black, dyes and brown dyes in my clothing. Spandex, elastic, latex I couldn't wear. No dairy products. I had to stay away from nickel on my body. And this was overwhelming for me, but I decided I needed to try it. And I did. And I tried sometimes, you know, it was hard to stay on the no dairy. Being brought up on a farm, I really had a hard time with the no dairy, and I still struggle with that a bit. But after about, I would say, 6 months to a year, I could see improvements. There was less redness on my knees. The psoriasis itself would diminish and it became smaller. And the best part was there was no new areas. I was not experiencing any new areas in the back of my legs, in the front of my legs, and the psoriasis that was there was actually slowly leaving. Another thing that I noticed, there was absolutely no psoriatic arthritis. I was not experiencing any, not even a small amount. It was completely gone. She took me off of the methotrexate, of course, and I'm sure that this probably has been giving me a healthier liver. And I am just really thrilled with this routine. I will continue it, and I really hope that I can stay on it for a while. I really do appreciate Dr. Heng. She is so enthusiastic and so fun to be around, and just has given me new hope. This journey has not been easy, but it has been totally worthwhile. And I thank her so much for helping me. The Curcumin Gel was something that she strongly recommended. And using this not only helped my own healing, and I still use this gel on a daily basis, but it also helped my husband, and it helped other people too. It helped heal sores that were on the body. It helped heal them faster. And but her, you know, she just kept encouraging me. She was so great at just, you know, saying, okay, we can do this. You know, you can do this. These are a few changes you have to make. But she really, as far as medications are concerned, there was no medications other than the changes that I needed to make as far as my own clothing were concerned, as far as my own diet was concerned. You know, and this was probably the most important factor in this process.